The FAB Racing British Minibikes Championship comes to a close for the MiniGP70 class now here at Rowra for 2017. And Harvey Claridge, the king of MiniGP these days, won the GP50 title last year and secured the 2017 title in GP70 in race 1. It's all about second place now between three riders, Jay Abel, Louis Rendell and Brodie Crockford. It'll be a really interesting battle. Away we go. And with Harvey Claridge having already secured a place in the British Talent Cup for next season as well, he will want to end his FAB campaign on a high. But look at that, Abel, Crockford and Rendell, it's game on for second place. There's only 11 points between them.
Harvey Claridge started P2, but he's already through to the lead. That's Jay Abel, 3:03. Needs to finish second to secure the vice champion spot. If he finishes second, then the vice champion spot is his. But we've got an interesting dynamic going on for Louis Rendell to be vice champion. As soon as Claridge wins and he's out front, he needs to finish second, and Crockford no better than fifth.
So it's very close indeed, and let's say if Brodie Crockford were to be vice champion, that would have to happen. With Claridge winning, he'd need to be fourth to be the vice champion. So there's so many permutations as to how these three can secure second in the championship, but what it boils down to is that every single one of them wants to win in the battle. Claridge is checking out. I think he's done and dusted already out in front, providing he doesn't drop the bike. But second position is effectively the race for the vice championship.
Yeah, Harvey won't mind too much, I don't think, if we concentrate on this battle, because Harvey out front clearing off is not that interesting, but this battle is. We've got Jay Abel. Well, he was second, he's not second anymore. Rendell goes through, and Rendell now has got the vice champion spot, and Callum Beach goes through, and that costs Jay Abel even more points. He's down to fourth.
And that tightens it up to, what is that now? 5.5 points is the gap now between the three of them. That's how close it is. Absolutely amazing. So they're going to be very, very close together all the way through this race. Louis Rendell back in a second position then. Callum Beach is third, and down to fourth goes Jay Abel. It's going to be a tough battle all the way through, especially with right over his shoulder, that is the 55 of Brodie Crockford, who is trying to make his own play in this championship fight.
Now, I'm just thinking, if Crockford goes fourth here, with Rendell in second, I think Crockford will inherit the vice champion spot. It's all a bit up in the air, to be honest. It's all... things will be changing as he looks over his shoulder, Louis Rendell. You don't want to do that too much, just get on with it at the moment. But there's Claridge, the race leader and the 2017 champion. That's Rendell on the 101, Beach on the 127. 3:03 is Jay Abel, and then behind Abel is the 55 bike, the green machine of Brodie Crockford, easy to spot.
We've got a real problem here in the commentary box. We can't do that kind of mathematics at the speed of 65 to 70 miles an hour. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, 65 to 70 mile an hour these bikes will do on this circuit. But of course, on a big track like the Stowe circuit at Silverstone maybe, these bikes will touch 100 miles an hour with riders on them from 10 years of age.
Absolutely astonishing. And of course they did last year when we went to Mallory Park. They were going that sort of speed, so incredible. Down into Iredale's once again. That is the man desperately trying to fight his way back. That's Jay Abel, Brodie Crockford, the green machine in behind him as they power up the throttle once again. Down towards Stewart, but the man in second place, looking good at the moment, is Louis Rendell. He's got himself a bit of space between himself and Callum Beach, but still this battle behind them rages for fourth place as Jay Abel tries to hang on in front of Brodie Crockford. The other men in contention behind them are Owen Mellor, Elliot Dufton and Jaden Toomer, but they have been left behind by our leading five. There may not be many riders on the grid for this final round of the championship, Alan, but come on, it's MiniGP70. When has it ever been dull?
Yeah, it's still all to play for. So Rendell on 3:36, Brodie Crockford half a point behind. Half a point, so he only needs to overtake Jay Abel on the track. That's pretty much. So it looks like Rendell's got second secure, although Callum Beach has got different ideas on that one, I think. So we're going to look at one of the guys playing at the back of the field. That is Callum Beach.
I think that was Owen Mellor, the 130 we were looking at there, in sixth position as he tries to work his way forward.
Callum Beach will have different ideas about this second place Rendell's got at the moment. So Callum Beach could affect the championship here as well. But Brodie Crockford half a point off. If he overtakes Jay Abel, he will inherit the vice champion spot.
So Callum Beach still working very hard here indeed. Another very talented rider for the future, I can sense. I would not at all be surprised if Callum Beach ends up in the upper echelons of the British Superbikes one day. Look at that battle, still only 5.5 points between all three of them in the Vice Championship position. Louis Rendell and Brodie Crockford, half a point in it. So if Crockford makes the move on Abel, that will give him second in the point standings. That's how close it is. The man in front of all of them at the moment, Harvey Claridge, oblivious to this battle, just riding because he loves it out in front, looking for another convincing victory in what has been his amazing 2017 Championship campaign. Crockford trying his best to move up into that position. He needs to be fourth to be the vice champion, or he could do with Callum Beach, that man in second behind Louis Rendell getting past. Either of those circumstances will make him the vice champion.
Yeah, so either he's got to make up a place or hope that Callum Beach on the 127 bike there in third place, chasing Rendell, overtakes Rendell. If Beach overtakes Rendell, that will do Crockford a big favour. Crockford will inherit the vice championships, or vice champion spot rather. However, frankly, he's just got to get on with it, Jake. He can't expect another rider to do him a favour, although Callum Beach is certainly putting Rendell under pressure, but he's just got to get his part of the job done. It's unlikely now, he's too far back to catch these two, but he's just got to overtake Abel in front of him as things stand to inherit the vice champion spot. But Callum Beach looks like he might be doing him a favour.
Certainly is, and he can't really rest on the fact that there's been some damp patches that have caught out riders through the course of the day either, because even though we've had those damp patches, and you can see they're still there, they are getting drier all the time because we've had no rain now for the last couple of hours, so that's going to make things easier for the riders to stay up. So they can't afford to go out onto those wet patches, but it will be easier to catch the bike if they do, so they can't really afford to hope for some bad luck. They've just got to keep pushing it as Crockford again gets closer to Jay Abel with still only half a point's deficit to the man in second in the standings directly up the road.
There's two definite races going on though, isn't there? There's this one between Jay Abel on the 303 bike and Brodie Crockford in behind. That's fourth and fifth place. And the riders in second and third, Louis Rendell up the road, there they are, with Callum Beach right behind him. So both of these battles can affect the final point standings in the championship as Crockford looks like it's
really
getting
close.
closer.
Here he goes, really close. Is he going to get a move on the inside at St John's? No, he doesn't. He has to hang back. Will he make the move at Sunny? No, he's going to get a good exit. Look at this. He wants to get good confidence, good speed, and get closer up towards Paddock Bend. He won't make the move here, but he might get the switch back up the inside into the chicane. No, see, good defending here from Jay Abel, the man who started from pole, don't forget. He's doing an absolutely cracking job to keep his rival in the championship at bay. Jay Abel at the moment looking to be no higher than fourth in the standings. He was second at one point because he was leading the way, exactly what he needed to do. Now Crockford's trying to find a way on the inside of Iredale's. Can't quite get on the inside. This is the thing. Brodie Crockford can make that bold move up the inside, but it's incredibly high risk. Even at this stage, he's got to know in his heart, he's got to know it, be confident in when the bike is going to stop, when he's going to get back on the power, and whether the back end's going to travel in the right direction. He needs to know it before he throws it up the inside. If he gets it wrong, that's second in the championship gone. He's got a perfect opportunity. The man in front of him is going to be defensive, but he's going to make his move on the inside. No, he backs out of it. That's the last possible moment to back out of it, but he knew that if he went for it and there was a collision, that would have been it. Game over.
Yeah, it was very fortunate there. He just noticed right at the death as he's going up the inside, I'm going to have to hit the brakes here and try and live to come back another time later in the race. It's cost him time, of course. Look at this, good 10 bike lengths. Jay Abel there, looks like Jay's not going to be able to finish more than fourth in the championship. He came into the weekend, potentially he could have won the championship still coming into the weekend, but that's not going to be the case now. It looks like fourth will be the best he can do. That is Rendell.
Yep, Louis Rendell currently looking for second place.
Look at this.
He's closed up on Claridge.
Yeah, the 2017 champion is now under pressure.
Now, is Claridge just slowing and easing up because he doesn't have to push too hard? Has he been held up by the traffic, or has he got a problem?
No.
I would hazard a guess that that's a problem for Harvey Claridge because he doesn't back off.
Yeah, he's never going to back off. He's only thinking about winning this race, and that's it as far as he's concerned. And we should pay tribute to Harvey Claridge. Very few riders get to win MiniGP50 one season and then come in and win MiniGP70 the next season. He'd be the first to tell you that he's been helped out by the fact that Josh Watley's not done every round, and Harvey would be the first to tell you that. but let's not take away from his efforts this season. You've got to be in it to win it, and Claridge is, and to win MiniGP50 last year and come back and win MiniGP70 this year is an exceptional effort.
And that's why he's got himself a place on the British Talent Cup, of course. It's impossible to deny how brilliant a rider he is and how much of a future he's got.
And it's worth mentioning as well, he'd never ridden a big bike before that day.
That's true.
It's amazing. 90 people there, I think top 24, I think it was, that were selected out of 90 riders. So Harvey put in a great effort there. As we're seeing here, Harvey out front, that is Rendell in second and Callum Beach third. I think Callum Beach is thinking, you know what, I fancy a win here.
Well, seeing as how the Brits are currently dominating the World Superbike Championship at the moment with the likes of Jonathan Ray, Jazz Davies, Tom Sykes and Alex Lowes, it is not too far from the future to consider some of these riders, particularly Harvey Claridge, the GP50 and GP70 champion over the last 2 seasons, to be joining them on the grid within the next decade. Meanwhile, Callum Beach isn't thinking about that. He wants at least second place, possibly a victory if he can get there. It's getting very close indeed with the top 3. Jay Abel is still hanging on in front of Brodie Crockford, but both of these battles are about to kick on with 2 laps to go. It's going to get very interesting indeed as Harvey Claridge, being Harvey Claridge, is just trying to hang on to the victory. He wants to disappear, but these two, Louis Rendell and Callum Beach, are actually giving him a harder time than I think he thought they were going to give.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting next season as well in this class, because we've got Casey O'Gorman, who's won MiniGP50 this year. I'm pretty sure Casey will probably be riding in MiniGP70 this year.
Will he repeat the feat?
Next year, rather. He well could, and there's no doubt about it, because Casey O'Gorman is supremely talented. We should mention the fact that Casey, not here this weekend, decided not to turn up. Not a surprise. He'd already won the championship in Minimoto Elite, which is coming up after this race, as we go into the last lap. He's already won Minimoto Elite and the MiniGP50 titles, so didn't really need to turn up. He does come from Kent. It's quite a journey from Kent to Cumbria.
Yep.
And if you look at the weather as well, do I blame him for not turning up? Not really.
Well, how about Louis Rendell now? He's suddenly decided, you know what, there is a really strong chance of winning this race. I'm going to turn up the wick. And that's a big mistake, actually, from Harvey Claridge. He runs very wide indeed. He's having to be defensive as Callum Beach sets the new fastest lap of the race with only a lap to go. And these three are going to tighten up. I think it will stay in the order it remains, but that's only if they all stay on the bike. Claridge is pushing hard.
Yeah, it's all about what Crockford can do now on the last lap. Can Crockford get by? He's only got a few corners to do it.
So into the final turn, Harvey Claridge will finish his 2017 championship campaign with a win as these two continue to battle. It's Claridge from Rendell and Beach, but the battle for fourth is still going down to the death, and it's the last chance for Crockford, and he knows it. Now he's got to give it a go. Up the inside, he's done it! Absolutely incredible! Crockford does it at the final turn! That is absolutely sensational! Crockford is your vice champion. What a move!
Brilliant move! In the final turn, Paddock has given Brodie Crockford the vice-champion spot. It was Claridge from Rendell and Beach. Crockford through to fourth, gives him second in the championship. The championship looks like this. Congratulations to Harvey Claridge. Crockford finishes as vice-champion. Harvey, MiniGP50 champion last year, MiniGP70 champion this year. There's not many riders get to do the double, but after winning last year, just talk us through this season. Were you confident coming into the season that you could get it done this year as well?
Yeah, well, this season I came in with a lot of confidence just to try and get the championship from the start of the year, and I struggled at the start with a few light bike problems, but I got a good lead with Josh Watley and stuff, and it was a good race.
And that race there we've just filmed, you got a comfortable lead earlier on. You put under a little bit of pressure though, I guess.
Yeah, my visor started fogging up towards the end, so I was like struggling, and they started to catch me. So on the last lap, I was just trying to stay on and go defensive.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
To finish up the Cool Fab Racing British Minibikes for 2017 at Rara, we end with the fastest mini motos of them all, the liquid-cooled Elites.